So guys, I'm camping in Worcestershire, actually in the new Cloud Up 2 Pro, and there'll be a separate video on that. But I've got a couple of new bits of camping gear, and if you've watched the reviews, watched the channel, you'll know that I am forever looking at lightening the load. Not that we really need to with a motorbike, but I just like the compactness and lightweightness of ultralight backpacking gear. And also I do intend doing some backpacking, and of course it'll be the perfect gear for that. So about a month ago I bought a new sleep pad, the Nemo Tensor insulated. Very compact, very light. Used it a couple of times now. Brilliant. Very comfortable actually. In fact, I'd go so far as to say, for its pack size, probably the most comfortable mat I've had. Anyhow, when I bought that, I had the chance of buying a ultralight backpacking pillow at a reduced cost. And normally this pillow would have cost around about the £23 mark. Because I'd bought the Nemo pad, it was on offer at £7.99. So it was, for its size and weight, even if it didn't work out, or even if it doesn't work out, because I've not tried it, it doesn't really matter. It was so cheap. But subsequently, I've also bought a foam mat to go under the sleeping pad. Because the sleeping pads are lightweight for a reason, the materials are lighter. And I just wanted to have a little bit better protection under the sleep mat. Doesn't give it any more R rating, but the sleep mat's quite good anyway. But it will give you a little degree of warmth because it's an extra layer between you and the ground. Both the pillow and the mat that I've bought, the foam mat, not the sleep pad, are from a company called Gram Counter Gear. I hope that picks up on there. Gram Counter Gear. I'd not heard of them before, but the company I bought the Nemo airbed off is a company called Ultralight Outdoor Gear. And I have bought things from them in the past. And they sell this Gram Counter Gear. Basically, it is ultralight backpacking gear, not lightweight, ultralight. So that's the pillow. And I'll just show you a little bit closer detail by getting the camera down. I'll put the details in the information section of both Ultra Outdoor Gear, which is the company that sells these products, and Gram Counter Gear also. So this is a 82 gram lightweight pillow, described as being large. Actually, it comes in a typical little sack with a drawer cord, and this is the pillow. And actually, when you look at it laid out, it is a decent size. It's bigger than I was expecting. So basically, you've got 51 centimetres in length. You've got 33 centimetres in width, and when it's blown up, you have 9 centimetres of depth. 82 grams. It's got this really nice feel to it. It's like a really plush, honeycombed material on the outside, both sides. Really nice to the touch. It's got curved internal baffles, so it creates contours to cradle your head. Now, I've not used it, but I will be tonight. The pack size, just to let you know, is 10 by 7 centimetres. It's got a low profile valve to both inflate and deflate, and that looks like a one-way valve there, and then you pull it completely out to deflate it. So that's your crash out large pillow from Gram Counter Gear, as sold by Ultralight Outdoor Gear. It does look typical of some other pillows that are out there, but we'll see what it's like tonight. Does feel good though. So the second item from them is this Featherweight, and it is Featherweight foam mat, and it's the material is Evazote, which is a big brand. I think the largest brand out there when it comes to closed cell foam products. Doesn't look very much, it's just a thin bit of foam. However, it's designed for the job. And in the ultralight backpacking world, particularly in America, these foam mats are carried by a lot of long distance walkers, and it can be used as a minimalist sleep pad, but it doesn't look very comfortable for that, although that is still better than sleeping on the ground. Or, and the reason I bought it is to enhance my current sleep system. So in other words, to protect the sleep pad by putting this, which is obviously rolled out to full length, putting this underneath the sleep pad in an attempt to stop any thorns, twigs puncturing the fairly lightweight sleep pad that I've got. So basically, I bought this mat as a multi-purpose mat, and it'll protect the air mat. It can be used as a seating pad, and this is what a lot of the long distance ultralight backpackers are using. And actually, that's quite comfortable, to be honest with you. And just folded up, put on the ground. Yeah, it is. It's comfortable. Feels warm, actually. Oh, the other thing about it is it's anti-slip. So when you've got it underneath your air mat in your tent, it's going to stop that slipping of the mat when it sort of gradually works its way, especially if you're on a slight slope, works its way down. No R value to it. Wind's getting up now. No R value to it, but you've all seen these multi-mats, haven't you? Yeah? Basically, it's the same type of material. A closed cell foam. And no R value in that, but if you're sitting on it, it does feel warm. I kid you not, this does feel warm. This mat is really, really keeping me warm sitting on the ground. And it's not very warm. So, the spec of it, it's 1500 by 500 millimeters, so it'll fit under most pads. To be honest, you can cut it. If you wanted to cut it to an exact shape of your pad, it's very easy to cut. The depth of it is 3 millimeter. You can get these closed cell foam mats or material in thicker depths, so thicker material. There's different depths of material you can get, but obviously it all comes down to getting as ultralight as you can for the backpackers. So the weight that's declared on the internet is 80 grams, but it's not. I've weighed it and it's 68 grams. I think the 80 grams is relating to the pad and packaging. 68 grams. So I mentioned the closed cell foam, and it's an Eva foam. I'll put the details up there. You can fold it up. It came folded more or less in the shape you've seen. It can be rolled up, it can be scrunched up. You know, you could fold it square. Doesn't really matter what you do, it's always going to find its shape again. When you saw the rough size that I had it folded, that's 50, obviously the width of it, by 8 centimetres. But it squeezes down, it just compresses. I paid £21.99. Now, that's quite a lot of money really for what you'd say is just a foam pad. But when I've watched reviews on these, particularly in America, people rave about them. And, you know, sitting here talking to you now, sitting on the mat, I can see why. Because that is very, very comfortable. I honestly didn't think it would be as comfortable as this. I didn't think it would be as warm as this. But that is keeping any cold in that ground out of my body. These pads under a different brand are well known in the US. And they're known as Gossamer Gear. And it's a Gossamer Gear thin light foam pad. Same size, 3mm. Obviously it's a different brand. And I would have had a Gossamer one because I've seen that brand. But you've got to import them from the US. There's nobody retailing them currently in the UK. It's a good reserve if your air mat gets a puncture, goes down. At least you're not lying on the ground. So basically, what we've got here is waterproof. So you could put that in water and it's not going to absorb that water. It's durable, so you'll see it stretch, you'll see it be scrunched up, but it'll find its back to its normal shape. It has a rubbery feel to it actually, and it's stretchy. It's a real sort of rubbery feel. That's, I guess, where you get the anti-slip part from. Oh, it's also heat resistant, so it's designed to not melt when you have it a bit too near your campfire. And very versatile bit of kit. As I said to you, I mean, I've got the mat out to really to finish the video off, but now sitting on the ground, I can feel the cold coming straight through. That is a really good bit of kit just for sitting around on. Especially if you don't carry a chair with you when you're travelling. I do have a chair, but that is so comfortable to sit on. Anyhow, so that's 2 products I've got. I'll give you an update at a later time with how I get on with these 2 products. Obviously I paid for them. I think I'll get use out of, certainly this is going to get well used. The pillow will depend whether it's as comfortable as other pillows I've got. And I won't know that until I've used it. This I already know is going to be a versatile bit of kit that's going to travel with me, squash down, and then can be used for various things. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll put details in the information section, but I'm going to get my air mat up now. This weather's not too great, and I'm getting a bit hungry, so I want to get something to eat. Thanks again.